All right, guys, we had a new tool come in, and I'm gonna do a review on it. It is I think I'm saying it right, the Launch X431 Pro 3 Plus tablet base, big old tablet. I have been going through and installing all the updates to make sure before I showed it to you guys that everything was updated. Okay, everything is updated. Well, it says upgrade software. Let's go ahead and update all this as well. No, we'll be back when this is done. Let's see where we're at. BMW Rolls-Royce Mini failed. Is it the BMW? Oh, it's still installing. I don't know why it says that all these updates need to be installed because they've already been installed. Yeah, I don't know. All this stuff is already in here. I just did that first thing this morning when I got up. Alright, let's check. I've stepped away. I wanted to. It says this APP application has to be installed manually. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It has, I mean, the stuff that this thing can do is unreal. You have remote diagnosis. If you want to go to like maintenance, you can go into your maintenance category and look at your operating skills, and then you can pick, like, let's just pick Ford. And when you go in here, this goes up to most 2020 vehicles. I'm sure there's going to be an update later, but you see how these say 2019, 2019, 2008, 2005, 2005. So let's look at a Ford 360 camera calibration for an F-150. And then it says go here. And then it walks you through the process on how to do everything with their scan tool stuff in order to be successful. There's like a whole entire section of how it walks you through and describes on how to reset that camera system. Ford calibrate that camera system. Let's look at something else here. Ford Immobilizer remote key matching. There was something else I wanted to show you guys. Ford tire pressure monitor reset, 2005 and up. Tire pressure monitoring reset. Turn the ignition off. Turn the ignition from the off to the run position 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hit the brake. Turn the key off. Turn the key back on. 2, 3. Hit the brake. It walks you through putting it through tire relearning mode. And then it gives you all the information you need. Within 2 minutes from counting from that moment, place the magnet to the valve nozzle right front tire, so you can go through each front tire, starting with the front left, front right, back left, and walk your way back around the car. And it gives you all the directions here on how to do that. Radar calibration up to 2019. And it's going to download the file on how to calibrate the radar on 2019 F-150 2019 radar calibration. your adaptive cruise, and then it walks you through using their system in order to go through and calibrate that the radar system for this. So there's a ton of information here. Let's look at Chrysler, see what they got. Immobilizer, Jeep oil reset guide, Compass 2017, Chrysler body control, tire reprogramming method, Dodge Journey, instrument warning, setting the service mileage interval, Grand Cherokee 2006 and up. So we'll go here. And then it walks you through, turn the ignition on, press and hold the A button on the instrument cluster, press the B and hold it for so many, I mean, it's a lot of info here that's in this one Pro unit. This is the X431 Pro 3S Plus. Somewhere about $1,000 to $1,200 unit. It's the nicest unit that we've had on the channel so far. Let's look at Toyota. And it's got mechanical key matching, anti-theft reset, Toyota automatic transmission system reset memory, Toyota mode changes, transmission system chassis dynamometer. There's a ton of stuff in here. It's got a tech handbook. If you need basic, let's look at Chrysler. Chrysler Diagnostic Software User Guide. You can go, it'll download it for you, and you can go through the user guide for the Chrysler Diagnostic software stuff. Explain like the functionality and stuff of it. And then you've got a book of Chrysler information using the X431 TDP that just kind of walks you through going through and doing all the things that you would normally need to do. Search ECUs. Let's look at BMW. Oh wow, BMW's got a whole list of front end, rear structure, remote control services, tire pressure, anti-theft alarm, software user guide. Hyundai. Hood, seat, trunk lid, connector and menu section. Look at DTC help, and then you can look at basic stuff. Here's Chrysler, and they've got their own chart that you can go through and look and see what is what. Let's look at this one. B2210 occupant restraint control driver 2, and then it walks you through like the diag steps and tests for it. Repair case. Software services plan is planning for listing. Oh, so they don't have that on there yet. So that might be a way that you can track your case stuff that you need. Let's look at service functions. Brake reset, oil maintenance, steering angle, battery matching, ABS bleed, electronic throttle relearn. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. Immobilizer reset, window calibration, transport mode, TPMS reset, ADAS vehicle coverage. Oh, search by vehicle. Search by targets. Okay, so I don't have the right information for that. Remote diagnose. Search there with your contacts. Say, okay, I got it. And then you can go tie into you can help other people diagnose things. Let's go hook this up to the car and see what it looks like on the car. One real quick before we go out there, I want to go through this real quick. This is what comes with this big giant box. You get your tablet. There's a user manual in here. And inside this user manual, it's kind of confusing at first, but this is where your serial number and activation code and everything is inside this thing here. So you got your direct information about this. You got your wireless dongle from launch. You have your charge cord. It's a micro instead of a type C like all the other ones we've been getting lately are. And then if you live in other countries, you've got like different charge ports. They give you this. I have no idea what these other ones are. I would never use them. This is B20. Need all kinds of different connections. I'm sure it's like communication stuff for vehicles in other countries that this is compatible with that we don't have here. There's all these connectors in here. No idea what most of this is. This looks like it could be used for like OBD1 in some way, shape, or form. Like there's some kind of adapter kit or something. Because there's the, yeah, this looks like for OBD1. Like you might be able to hook this thing up for it, make it work. I don't know. You guys correct me on that if you want to. Here. I think this is for, there's a bunch of different fuses and stuff in here. Cigarette lighter charge port, battery charging port. This, I think, is some type of extension. This looks like an extension that you plug into the OBD port and then you plug your wireless dongle into the other side. And this looks like the adapter that you would use with like the early OBD stuff. Like that would go there. That would plug into that. Then you would hook your power cord up this here, that to the battery, and then this here, and then take your wireless dongle and plug it into that other side, and now you're communicating with OBD1. I suppose looking through this, you can actually buy an X431 TS gun TPMS reset tool to hook up to your scanner, so you can have that as an option as well. Alright, so that is what it is. It says right here you get your VCI connector, you get your OBD2 extension cable, so I was right about the extension cable, the password envelope, you get your power adapter, the battery clamp cable to supply power to the non-16 pin connector from the vehicle's battery. That's what I was telling you, that it looks like this power cable goes to the battery, and then this feeds this non-powered connector right here. Come on, cooperate with me now. And then this will adapt into this adapter. And then you'll plug in your wireless to your other side, and you'll be able to communicate with the scan tool. So you'll be able to use this Pro3 or yeah, I'm saying it right, Pro3S Plus for OBD. So, oh, sorry, girl. I'm sorry. And then so to connect to the vehicle equipped with non-OBD2 management systems. optional. Even though it's optional, they sent it with this Pro3 Plus kit. It's got a camera on it so you can take pictures. It's got connectors for different devices if you need to do special testing. So if you find different things on like the older vehicles that require the different plugins for the OBD1 systems or just different systems in general and you need to communicate, they give you everything here. And then you plug it into that, you plug it into this lead with your battery jumper set up and then hook your dongle into it. Or you can have your heavy duty extension as well. This thing's freaking, that's nice. Now I don't know for sure, but these connectors here look like the connectors that I used to see on some of like the older Internationals and then the newer Internationals. And they're labeled the same as well, like inside the connector. This one is a 16, what does that say, 16 pin? Or 19. Maybe it's 19, 20. Looks like this is a 20 pin connector. And this here is much more. I don't know. I'm not going to count them though. Online you can learn much more than what you're going to learn in this video as well. I'm really impressed with this, and I just wanted to kind of go over it. And the pack of fuses that you get, they're inline fused connections. The battery connections for like the OBD1 setup to power up that. And over here on this other side, there's a completely different bag of connections that I'm probably never going to completely understand. It looks like another OBD connection, and over here it's got a connector there. It's got another connector on the other side. I mean, I obviously got to learn much more about this whole thing, but I mean, looks like this is for some kind of scope setup. Like you hook up, you're wanting to monitor like an oscilloscope or something like that. Like you can use this tablet for it to hook everything up and get different data if you're testing for things. Now this is kind of weird. This looks like a individual sensor connector. Like you're plugging it and testing something directly. Right, like right through the scan tool. Wow. This looks like that looks almost like a transmission connector. Like you could hook onto a transmission and communicate. Same here. So I suppose this one here, it says is for like Audi A3 and A4 setups. And then supposedly one of these is for Toyota and one of these is for Mazda. I don't know which is which, but you'll know when you go to me they look identical. What? I don't know for sure. And this is like Honda. And then their Kia, Hyundai, Subaru, like some of the older stuff that the regular connector won't work on. This is going to be like all your OBD1 stuff to communicate with all the older vehicles. And some of this, it does say, is for actually heavy duty trucks as well, like the lighter heavy duty trucks. So we're not going to start breaking down every single individual connector. I'll let you go to the website and look and see for your OBD1 stuff, if that's what you guys that's the route you'd like to go. And then you get a bag of fuses for your jumper cable connection stuff. And then this is your charge port through the cigarette lighter if you want to go that route. If you're communicating with something inside, you can plug this into that jumper through the cigarette lighter port. I know on the website it said this one is the one that adapts into the 6-in-1 old Ford one, the OBD one. Even got some of the connectors for things that we would never even like really see here. They said this is for like the Daihatsu. This is the old connection for that. Let's go out here to this jalopy, play around with it a little bit with the scanner. Yeah, I got cameras all over the house now. I got one down there, one in the front, one in the corner, one on the back side, one over on the garage. Oh, I got the camera thing taken care of this time. I'm gonna order 3 more. Yep, this is the old lady's truck. She did not take care of it. And it beeped. Let's go ahead and turn the key on. You know, I wish ladies took care of their vehicles kind of like we did. One of the cool things about this is it has a bracket right here to sit on the steering wheel. So let's go to, well, now it wants to update the VCR, so let's do that real quick. Alright, just took like 2 minutes, it was done. Let's communicate. Alright, it goes through auto detect, diagnostic, scan history, quick access. It gives you, it's a 1500 half-ton, says Silverado, Tahoe, Suburban, Avalanche, Sierra, all the same type. It says this software for GM vehicles is for the GM Series V49 diagnostic software, and it'll tell you what series you have, and then it will tell you what it's good for. And it says it covers from 1991 to 2023. Engine, body, chassis, including reading DTCs, erasing DTCs, data display, and ID information provided. So, let's go to diagnostics. Let's do a health report. This is manual heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and cooling. Automatic heating, ventilation. Well, this is dual climate control, and it's auto, so I think it's auto. Under 86, yes it is. No, why did I do that? Health report, auto, under, stability enforcement, without stability enforcement. I don't know, I think it has it. Let's go ahead and do a system scan now. Gives me battery voltage up here in the corner. Lets me print, save the file, home. I know there's a code in the restraint system though. Driver door switch. HVAC control module. So these systems, normally I'll have to pull these apart and reflow the solder connections in them, and then they stop messing up. So passenger door switch fault as well. Let's let this finish and I'll be back. Alright, so mirror, integral switch, performance check, some electrical, mirror, left, right. Let's see here. So that works. What about the fold option? Oh, the fold option is no good. Well, okay. So there's an issue with that motor right there. It's left front impact sensor, right front impact sensor, passenger presence module erratic, passenger presence module invalid data. I don't know if any of you GM guys know about that. Let's clear it and see what comes back. Now we fired it up, and I want to rescan just to see what all's there. So the supplemental inflatable restraint did pop back up with code, so I want to check that when we get out of this. So this says left front impact sensor, right front impact sensor. There's an issue with them. Let's go with it says DTC information not supported, but it says you can go on Google and it will do a code search on Google for you. And then it brings up a bunch of information based on that code right on Google. That's pretty dang neat. I'd have to say that myself. And Google's your thing for you, so you can get right to looking at it right from the screen. Well, let's go out of here. Let's go back. Let's look at system selection. Let's go supplemental restraint system. Read data stream, because that's we were having an issue with our passenger seat. No, that's not what I want. Sensor data. Passenger seat position, seat belt sensor, seat belt type. Let's just compare them all. Just go in there and look at them. Driver seat belts unbuckled. Switch. Here is passenger seat belt sensor 0.08. Driver. Is there a driver seat belt sensor? Driver seat belt switch. Driver seat position sensor. Go out of here. Let's look at the key identification. No, that's not what I need. System configuration. Here, passenger presence system status. What if there's a driver position? Let's see, okay. I'm gonna push on the seat. Okay, let's get out of this. Engine control module. Take a peek at that. Let's look at actuation test. Engine speed throttle. Engine speed control. Block drive wheel start and idle engine. Okay. And then increase by 25 RPM. Oh, it's nice. What is this? Oh, it says you can add other things to it. You could go with misfire data. And then you can look at let's just do mass airflow and intake air temp sensor. And let's go down to idle. I want to change this from degrees to Fahrenheit. Okay. I know there's a way I can do this. I think you have to go back. There's a settings. Nah. I gotta go to X431. And then there's this. Settings. You go put all your personal info in here, and then change it over to units to English. Let's get back in. So I changed it up a little bit this time. I want to do a health report because I selected the one that has that non-stability stuff to see if that will come back up where the impact sensors are missing. Okay, well, the impact sensors are still part of it, so I'm going to have to look into that. Let's look at common functions. Tire type reset, engine power balance monitoring. So I guess you can go to each one and enable and disengage it. Engage, disengage. Here. I'm not doing that. Why? Because this engine is AFM and I ain't doing it. Seat calibration, forward and backward. I'm not equipped with seat calibration. Okay, active test. Passenger door. I guess it calibrates the windows. Okay. Calibrates the windows. Oh, let's see. No, it's not what I wanted. I want this. Let's go back again. ABS bleed, service oil light. Let's go to system selection. And let's go to ECM. Actuation test, there's special functions. Service bay tests. Evaporative emissions test. Okay. Turn the engine off. Wait 10 seconds, turn the engine back on. Do not start. Okay, off. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000, 9 1000, 10 1000. Okay, so let's turn the key on. Do not start the engine. Okay. Device limits exceed engine coolant temperature too high. Oh, really? This vehicle runs right at 210 degrees. I guess they want it lower. It's odd. Okay. Maybe I can't do it right now. Vehicle must remain in park. Apply the parking brake, start the engine, raise RPM to 1800 and 2200 for the duration of the engine running test. It wants me to let the engine cool down some before it will run the EVAP test. Okay, maybe it's maybe that's a good safety feature that's built in. Misfire graphic, it says. Select all. Let's just do that. Oh, and then you could pull it up into a graph. You can select all the ones that you want. And you can look at how they're all running. Engine load. You can combine them all if you want to. You can select all the ones that you want. You can get rid of cycle of misfires and go to... Oh, you can only do 4 at a time, that's why. And they're all overlapping each other right there. Oh, it says you gotta have one chosen. You can open and close the scale on your own. That's pretty dang cool. With just your fingers, you can open up your scale or close your scale. You can open up the scale that way, or you can open up the scale this way by duration. That's freaking cool, dude. So if you're looking for like a, let me show you something real quick. Let me see if we can pick it up. I have to back out of here, back out of here, back out of here. Fuel system. Fuel trim. Fuel injector balance. See if it'll show me. They are. Okay. Oh, so you can actually do like an injector pulsing. I see. Yeah, we're not ready for that. You can actually go through and do some pretty decent stuff with this thing. Output control. Cooling fan. Fan relay 1. Fans and relay 2 and 3. Okay, I hear them kicking on. Fan relay 1, 2, and 3. Could use those fans kicking on to cool off that coolant temperature, do an EVAP test. But this thing is going to run you through a full-blown EVAP test. All that stuff was right on the screen. You'll be able to do it right from your handheld right here. That's pretty freaking neat. I wonder if this will do a like a key on engine running test. Have to go back to ECM. So this thing's got a lot of functions to it. I mean, this is probably the best scanner I've actually had to show you guys so far. It's telling me don't forget to take my wireless dongle from down there. And then it's got like maintenance stuff. Not there, where is it at? Service functions. You can add other tools to this system to help your diag, like the TPMS tool. I think there's a battery tool. This is GM. Ignition is on. Oh, functions not supported. Well, that's our first one that said that. Okay, I heard you. Okay, they won't do battery matching. Forgot. crank position, coolant bleed, air calibration. Well, I mean, that's the basic overview for what we have on this thing so far. I mean, it does pretty much everything that you need it to do, and then some. It says it's got some key stuff it can do, and injector coding, and EGR adaptation, and knock sensor reset. Works on bigger trucks that have DPF systems and things like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a great tool. It seems to be phenomenal. It's the best one that we've had here so far, and yep, it is a blessing to be able to receive these, but then I just turn them around and give them back to the community eventually as well, on behalf of the tool company that has sent it. So I appreciate Launch. I appreciate the people getting a hold of me and sending this so I could do these reviews on this. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Be blessed. Take care. Have a great day. And this is something that you need to continue to dig into and do research on, but this tool is the best one we've had on the channel yet. This is the number one overall, coolest one. So I will have a discount link in the description for you guys, and I'll have something set up to where you can have access to this too if you want. But remember, if you're coming here 6 months from now, that link may be expired, or even 3 months from now, that link may be expired. So don't come here and expect for that link a year from now when this video is posted to still be available, unless the company comes back and refreshes it. So without further ado, be blessed, take care, and I'm gonna play around with my scan tool some more. Y'all have a great day.